for a little while. 5 years is a long time compared to like the grand scheme of the company and everything. It's really not that much time. But for me, over the last 5 years, I feel like I've gone up and down and I've tried different things and, different methods of operation, and, Herbalife evolves, and so do you as a distributor. But going into this call and going into this challenge, I feel like I've never felt so inspired and so confident in what we're up to and where we're going with this challenge. And I feel like as a collective and as all of us are coming together and doing this together, I have never had such a good feeling about what this challenge is going to do for our personal businesses, for all of us, as well as for the whole organization. And the things that you'll hear from the ladies who are going to share on our panel tonight, and just the proof in the pudding that you've heard from Caitlin and all the different things, it just goes to show that the challenge really is going to work, and it's really going to provide you with success and with a structure and a foundation if you choose to work it. And so what Caitlin and I were kind of chatting about before we hopped on the call tonight was kind of just really giving you guys like a bigger picture, and really just inspiring you guys and kind of encouraging you guys to really just think big and really set high goals and high standards, and take the action and make the decisions that are going to align with the goals that you have. As far as how many challengers you want in the challenge, as far as how many new distributors you want to get, as far as how many people you want to enroll into the Perfect Peach Challenge. Just really think huge and kind of stretch yourself a little bit, like set goals that scare you and set goals that make you uncomfortable, set goals that people are going to be like that's crazy, but anything is possible as long as you set your heart and your mind to it. So I just kind of wanted to share a little bit about my personal numbers with working the Hustle and Heart Challenge. Similar to a few other girls on here, I've also have used challenges in the past, but none of them have been on par with this one. So as far as last month, I currently have 23 ladies committed to the Hustle and Heart Challenge. Last month, 11 new preferred members, 1 new frontline distributor. Last month's volume was 5,745.16. And to kind of correlate with all of that, we did hit first cut mill with just over 90,000 organization volume points. So the reason I say all of that is I just really encourage you guys to lead from the front and take it on for yourselves, and also enroll other people into what you're up to. So it's just really kind of crazy to think about it, because as soon as we launched this challenge, it was really awesome to see just all the people come together, link arms, do this thing together, and just all the people on our personal team as well, but also the organization kind of piece this on. So again, we're just sharing those numbers just to inspire you guys to, do that for yourselves and really set really high goals for yourselves too. So with that being said, we are going to hear from a panel of lady beasts who have also done the same thing. They've committed to working the Hustle and Heart Challenge and getting a ton of ladies committed. And, one of the biggest reasons why, we chose some of these ladies to share is because they've just been really doing the deal, and the numbers that they're putting up on the board is matching up with the action that they're taking and the things that they had committed to from the get-go. So first up, I'm super excited to bring this girl up. She's a social media beast, and I can't wait for her to share the tips and tricks and the things that she's using on social media, because a lot of us do use social media to build our business. So I'm sure you're going to get a lot of takeaways from her, but I can't wait for her to share with you the things that she's doing to create momentum and get new challengers committed to the challenge. So if you guys want to give it up for my girl, Kyra, take it away, girl.
Hi, guys. Thank you so much, Carly. So for those of you who don't know me, my name's Kyra Ryder. I'm 26 years old from Roseville, Michigan. I've been in the business almost 2.5 years now. And Caitlin is my coach who just spoke 2 minutes ago, or be first up on the call. And like she said, we've really been building and really like kind of figuring out how to do these challenges for over a year now. So we kind of just started and we were like, we're going to figure this out. We started doing little 15-day challenges here and there. We started getting people enrolled, but nothing like this. I feel like, and we've talked about this before, all of the little challenges so far. Uh-oh, you're all frozen. Uh-oh.
I can still hear you, Kyra. Hello? Oh. Okay, well, she will be back shortly. Carly, is Shannon or Sawyer ready to share now?
Yes. So if they're gonna go, we'll do Shannon, Sawyer, and then Kyra. Is that good?
Yep. She just
Okay.
texted me saying she's gonna hop on her phone, so she'll be back on shortly. But let's just roll with that right now.
Okay, cool. So surprise, you guys know who's up next. Okay, so I'll go ahead and intro these ladies really quick just to give you guys an idea of what they're gonna share. So we're gonna have Shannon Shabluk and Sawyer Overway share next. Shannon is going to really talk to you guys about obviously enrolling the challengers and that aspect of it, but also she has been killing it with new distributors and enrolling them as well into working the challenge. And Sawyer is definitely proof of that, and she's also going to share some of her successes. So Shannon, my girl, if you want to take it away for me.
Hey, thank you, Carly. And so, okay, I'm at my nutrition club right now, or Easy Nutrition, and Fit Club just ended. So I'm kind of like in a little back hallway speaking tonight. So if it's echoing and stuff like that, I apologize. But they're up there whipping up shakes, and so it's super fun. But so when we all got together, started talking about Hustle and Heart, and that kind of became a challenge that we decided to go into. I was like, holy cow, this is freaking amazing. A new way for us to get like a lot of girls to really work together and work on that empowerment. And it has really done, I think, wonders for the community and for some of the coaches that I have with me so far. So kind of looking back at, let's say December, I ended with 2,000 volume points. So definitely was something I was not really excited about, because I definitely want to be always an active supervisor, working towards that and coaching people on that. So in December, I knew there was something that I definitely needed to change and needed to work on with that. So then the Hustle and Heart Challenge came to be, and I was like, holy cow, yes, this is amazing. So from that, what I've been able to create is I have 16 ladies enrolled in it, which is awesome. So 7 of those are brand new clients, and the rest are like previous clients that got re-enrolled and re-engaged and everything, which is really cool. So what that created was 1,800 volume points through my Go Herbalife. So through like new clients and then people who still use my Go Herbalife. It created 728 volume points from preferred members. So ones that were already engaged but getting re-engaged, re-enrolled, which was really cool. And then I also had 2,200 volume points from downline, from coaches, which I want to say 90% of that was from Hustle and Heart, which is so, so cool. So that's it. That has Sawyer, Felicia, and Lindsay in that, like enrolling their ladies in Hustle and Heart. So what that's been able to create is it created Sawyer to be able to become a new supervisor. Lindsay became a new qualified producer, and then Felicia working towards DAP, and the rest of them working towards their first cuts at DAP. So that was really super incredible. So then I ended up having my highest month ever of 6,900 volume points, actually 6,912. My next highest before that was 6,200 volume points, about a year before that, before having documented volume. So that is really incredible, I feel. And then also what that did for me, for my business, and for being able to do things for other people is my check then doubled from $288 in January to getting my check for 580. So that was really incredible. I'm putting that back towards savings and towards doing other things that I hadn't been able to do in a while. So that was really cool. And then took my retail from $100 in retail in December to $850, over $850 in retail in January, like completely from Hustle and Heart. I believe I had 1 or 2 ladies who were not in the Hustle and Heart, but the rest was all directly from that. So that is so incredible. And what I find has been so awesome through that is we have our own Hustle and Heart ladies chat. And there's a few ladies in there as well that aren't in the Hustle and Heart, but it's kind of a way for them to be around that as well. They all have their own products at home. But now as they're seeing all of the ladies that are in Hustle and Heart doing so amazing, doing personal development, working towards that on all of these, looking at our workout videos and stuff like that, they're really seeing the possibility. And so they're starting to then get engaged too. So we have this huge ladies empowerment chat, and oh my gosh, I haven't seen so much like stuff go on in a chat and any of my client chats till this Hustle and Heart has come around. So that is so, so incredible. I mean, they're posting their meals every single day. They're posting all of their workouts. They're posting their progress pics like they never were before, and actually feeling confident to be able to like trust in us as coaches and being able to trust in us as friends, even though we're all spread out between everywhere and a lot of us haven't even met. And that is so, so cool. They're actually showing, vision with that, and their confidence is just crazy different and crazy enhanced. And so that has been so, so incredible. So that's what it's really been able to do for me, and being able to, really work on my business and really create my business to be something totally different than it was before. So I'm so excited for Sawyer to be able to speak on her end, what it's been able to do for her business as well. Because I mean, me watching her from like an upline level is so, so cool as well. But being able to really connect with her on that friend level throughout all of it, and just seeing her personal growth and what she's been able to do with personal development, with everything else. And I don't know, it's so incredible. So I'm excited to hear from her next.
Thanks, Shannon. I am just inspired by you every day. You just blow my mind, and I couldn't do any of it without you. So thank you for that. Lindsay's here with me too, so she's gonna be kind of like listening. So my Wi-Fi is really bad, so I can't check my volume right now. But I will just talk about how it's kind of helped me develop personally. So when I decided that I wanted to do Hustle and Heart, I was like messaging Carly back and forth a little bit, and I was like, I just don't know if I can commit to that. I think I'm gonna say no. And then I'd be like, but wait, I really want to do it. And I was talking to my mom, and then one day I was just like, we'll figure it out. We're going to do it. I don't know how I'll get to Texas, but like, I'll be there. And so then I just like kind of went back and forth with my mom, told her I'm doing it now. And she was kind of like, no, you're not going. Like, you have things to pay for. You have school, you have this, you have that. I don't know how you're going to pay for this. So I was like, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. So then I think that this challenge has really helped me grow my business, and it's taught me how to talk to clients, how to reach out, how to connect with people. Learning from like Carly and Shannon, all the masterminds behind all this, like, it has mentally, like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just mentally like put me in such a better place than I was before. And I have grown more in the past 2 months mentally, even like outside of Herbalife, outside of everything. Like, I've just grown so, so much. And I think that's really just like pushing me to want to keep doing better. And so right now I have 7 girls enrolled in the challenge, which I was not thinking I was going to be able to do. And then Lindsay signed up as a distributor under me. And how do you have 6? And she has 6 enrolled, which Lindsay's just like a powerhouse. All of a sudden she signed up, and the next week she's like qualified producer. Like, she's killing it, and she's pushing me to do better. So I think like getting people in my downline, looking at Shannon, like realizing I want to be a person that my downline want to be as well, if that makes sense. Like, I can't sit here and not do the work, but tell them to do the work. Like she's pushing me to be better every single day. And so this challenge has just really, really pushed me to step out of my comfort zone, like make new friends, make connections, like get rid of those negative things in my life, rebuild my foundation, build my depth so that I can lift up and so that I can like just soar in this business. And yeah, so I'm just really excited to see what the future of this Hustle and Heart brings, hoping to like get more involved with the masterminds. I have some like cool ideas. Like I just can't wait to like see where this Hustle and Heart goes, see where this takes us all, and see all the people that we can inspire. And like Shannon was talking about with the group chat, it is insane. Like the girls in this group are inspiring me every single day. I'm like, sometimes I'll wake up, I'm like, oh no, today I just have this and I have this, I have an exam, I'm gonna fail. Like, and then there's these girls that are like, oh, you guys are so awesome, I love you so much, thank you for like changing my life, thank you for this, thank you for that. And it just really is pushing me to want to be like who they expect me to be and pushing me to want to do better. So I guess I just am looking forward to even growing my business more, learning how I can, during the next challenge, maybe double it, get 14 people. And with this Perfect Peach coming up, I know 2 of my Hustle and Heart girls want to join, and a couple of their friends do. One of them's like in a sorority, and she's like, yeah, me and my friends pick a new challenge every month. So I'm like in communication with them, just trying to learn how to really get them involved and want to be in what is like Hustle and Heart and Perfect Peach. So that's about all I have.
Amazing.
So,
go ahead, Carly.
Oh, sorry. I wonder if we're going to say the same thing or not. But Sawyer, I was going to ask you something really quick. So what exactly did you do, or what are you doing currently to get those 7 people enrolled into the challenge? Like, are you getting people that go to school with you? Like, I know you had a shake party. Is it social media? Like, can you kind of elaborate on what exactly it is that you're doing?
Yeah, so really social media. I used to, when I first joined Herbalife, I was kind of like, I don't really like want to post it, like, and I feel kind of weird about that. And then I kind of just like forgot about that. I'm like, whatever, I'm happy doing this, I'm gonna do it. And so I think really just like stepping outside of my comfort zone, posting on social media, reaching out to people, just texting people I know, like who have posted pictures of shakes, like people who go into West Michigan, people who go into Easy, some of my friends at school, the girls who go to other schools. Most of them actually don't go here. I think they all go to other schools, but they would just kind of reach out to me and be like, this sounds cool, I'm interested. I know I had a couple of girls who like talked about programs before, so I just reached out to them. Yeah, but I guess social media would probably be the biggest way that I got a lot of people to do this.
I just have a question too. So being a newer distributor and coming into Herbalife, or, you know, saying that you want to do Herbalife, and having a route to promote, I guess you could say, a brand where you know how we talk about how people get to fall in love with you first, and they buy you before they buy the shake. So I just want to hear from both of you, honestly, being newer people, what has being able to promote like this type of challenge with other girlfriends and being able to talk about something like this, has it made it more simple for you? Has it made it more exciting? Are you more willing, if that's even the proper English, to like promote something like this? Or what was the switch in your brain from joining Herbalife, kind of being hesitant, to you saying, I just kind of forgot about that? Did it have anything to do with the challenge? Or because you're so passionate about it and you see the other girls in it, what happens for you when you're promoting this Perfect Peach challenge? So just from a newer person's perspective, I'm just interested to see, because what we want to do, guys, because like you guys are literally leading by example. So you're a new distributor, but you're not letting this title of new distributor say on your forehead. You're like, I'm a leader in this thing, and I want to make this and take it like what it is supposed to be. And I want to have as many people in this thing as I possibly can, like you're talking about doubling your numbers. So just as a newer distributor, like what has, as a brand new person walking in, I guess, what are your, like, I guess, top 3 things that have made it more simple for you to talk to more people as far as like the challenge goes? Or is it easier for you to, I guess, promote something that you're passionate about, or promote something that you yourself you're super excited about. So just kind of whatever that is for you. I was just throwing out examples. It doesn't have to be anything that I just said, but just kind of elaborate for a newer person to walk in and have this avenue. Is it something that has helped you? And obviously that you said it did, but like in what specific ways have you had like the mental shift of, okay, I'm going to take this thing and make it mine and get as many people in as possible?
I think for me, like my aunt's done Herbalife my entire life. She's a president's team member. She lives in California. So I've always watched her do it. And then when I became a distributor, I've watched her on president's team and see her at all these events. So I kind of like the new distributor title wasn't even really like a thought in my brain. I was just like, okay, I'm going to do this. And I signed up underneath Sawyer and she's like, yeah, we're doing this challenge. Like we're going, let's go. And I was like, okay, let's go. And the first day I was like, all right, I'm going to post this. And I don't even know, I've never even made a sale on my like website. Sawyer, I don't even know how to run like private. Next year I was like, I don't even know how to run ProPay. She's like, why are you using ProPay? Why are you using PayPal? I'm like, I don't know. They're just giving me money and I don't know where to put it. And so I just like, that wasn't even really a thought in my brain. I was just kind of like flying off the brim of my hat and just going with it. And it really helped having her and Shannon. And I would text Shannon. I'd be like, I have no idea what I'm doing. And they're like, you're fine. Like you're doing awesome. Just keep going. But it really helped just being able to look up to people. And that it was, for me, it was being like passionate about what I was doing. And I don't care what other people think because I was happy, like Sawyer said. And we met each other on a trip to Australia and both of us were just so passionate about it that having someone to do it with helps too. And I think that kind of like what she was saying about not being able to, or not caring about what other people think. We just like the two of us together, we're like, all right, we're happy. And then I would say that my third thing is probably I don't really have a club or anything in my town. The closest one is about 40 minutes away. So there's not really like programs or everyone who does anything kind of just does like the online thing. They don't really do like in like Herbalife, or I've never really heard of anyone doing anything. The only reason that I know of it is because of my family. So for me, it was that all my friends were asking me like, hey, what are you doing? How are you? Like you're posting all these pictures and you're so fit and you eat all the time and like your stuff always looks so good. Like, what are you doing? And that kind of just gave me the boost of confidence to be like, people are interested in what I'm doing. They want to know what I'm doing and they don't know. Like, I don't want to like hold out on them. Like I want to show them what I can, like show them what they can do with what I'm doing and kind of share that with them. So just being able to follow Sawyer and Shannon has really helped with that. And Hustle and Heart has made it blow up just so fast. So. Yeah. I think that honestly, having Lindsay here with me to go through this kind of thing is really helping me. It's kind of nice to have another person here in East Lansing on the journey with me because I get crap from my roommates all the time. Like, why are you getting up early to work out? Why are you doing this? You're always munching on your celery and peanut butter, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yeah, because I like it. Like, and Lindsay gets that with me. And I think having her here to push me has really helped. And like this weekend, I think we worked together and we were like, we kind of want to sit VIP. So we're going to STS on the east side of the state just because it's closer here. And so all of a sudden we both got 3 people. We're both bringing 3 guests this weekend. I think it's really cool. Like people will respond back to my things on social media telling me like, you're doing so awesome. It's so cool watching you grow. And I think just talking to them about my growth and helping them grow and them asking me what I'm doing has helped get them intrigued and form the relationships that we have been talking about lately. And like, I love my girls in my little group because, I'm making like closer friends. Like I've been friends with these girls, but like we're connecting on a deeper level, which I think is awesome. Like I have these new friends, and even with some of the other girls in Hustle and Heart, like I am just finding out some of them live in East Lansing and we're all like, hey, oh my gosh, we go to the same church. Let's meet up. Let's go together. Let's do this, do that. And same with like Lindsay's girls. Like I'm meeting new friends through that. And then like, it's just reaching out to their friends, being like, oh, my friends are kind of down. Like being like, well, this Hustle and Heart, like you really can't afford not to do it. It's amazing. Like I think just sharing our own results has really pushed us and helped our businesses take off recently. I don't know if that really answers the question that you were looking for, but.
Yeah, I didn't really ask a direct question, but what's really cool is, I don't even know that you guys realize this, but thank you for sharing so much. Everyone's saying it, but we all love your energy. You guys are absolutely amazing. But what's really cool and what I've taken away from what you guys have shared so far is that this is kind of going to give you guys some vision too. So understand that you guys having each other and being where you're at, just you two together, you're there for a reason, and you get to be the people to create everything that is Hustle and Heart, or whatever challenge or whatever is Herbalife for you, Hustle and Heart, that you've expressed there. So it's super powerful that you two have each other. And for everyone else listening, and for you two both, knowing that when you have a new distributor or a challenger who might be good, you're seeing them pop up with distributor qualities, knowing what you guys have shared and like remembering your story, and you guys on the call remembering their story and saying like how much having a new distributor with them, so like two people doing it together, both committing at the same time, but like one, like with each other, what it has done for them in their business growth. So if you can just intentionally having that conversation of, say, I get a new distributor, Carly's my new distributor, and she's excited and she wants to tell everyone about it, having that conversation with her of like, what could happen for you if you had another person who was just as passionate about you as this challenge, and you guys got to build together and start together and really create magic together with everything that's in this challenge. So I just think that's a lot of what their story just spoke to, and really took the cap off my mind of, okay, not only am I getting new challengers, not only am I getting new distributors, but what intentional conversation can I have with them if they're excited to have them have someone become a distributor, become a Hustle and Heart coach with them, so they can powerfully, promote and do this thing together. So that's freaking amazing. Thank you guys so much for sharing. I'm going to hand it over to Car, and she's going to take us on to what's next.
Cool. Thank you, ladies. Love you guys. I just want to hang out with you. Okay, cool. So we're going to rewind a little bit, and it's all good. We are going to bring back up my girl, Kyra. So go ahead and take it away, girl.
Thank you so much again. Sorry, guys, I lost you for a minute, but I'm back and excited to share. I'm really excited that I got to catch the other girls, all three of them sharing, because it was amazing. So they basically did a really good job at sharing a lot of what I wanted to share. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of my numbers, how many people I have in the challenge and such, and then go a little bit more into social media. So I currently have 10 people enrolled in the 12-week Hustle and Heart Challenge. 5 of those people were brand new to Herbalife. This was like their first intro to Herbalife, was getting into this challenge. And I also had 5 new preferred members in last month, and my volume last month was 4,519.92, which for me, that was my highest documented volume month ever. So that was super cool. But what was even more cool, and what the other girls were speaking to also, is being able to grow this thing. So Anna is my newer distributor. She signed up in March. Why I keep saying March in my head. She signed up in November for her first month. And she kind of just shared with her friends and family, was doing super good. And then December came around, we launched this challenge. So she took it upon herself to start promoting, because we share with you guys purposely all of the stuff you can post on your Instagram story and your Facebook and all of that good stuff. So she just went ahead, not even thinking about it, and posted the stuff on her Instagram story. Well, she had a bunch of people reach out to her. She ended up enrolling 6 people in her very first challenge, which was awesome. And her volume in December, her second month in the business, was over 1,500 volume points. And she was fired up. Like, this girl loves the challenges and exudes that to all of her clients, who also love the challenge. So this month now, moving into the Perfect Peach Challenge we're launching, I currently have 6 people who are enrolled already, products ordered, and I'm also in conversation with like 10 plus brand new people in the moment. And Anna also, so this is kind of what I wanted to share from, and Anna's not able to be on the call tonight. I wish she could to share with you guys, but I met with her last night, and we talked a little bit about how she's been doing and all of that. She is very grateful and very present to how simple it is to share on social media about these challenges, and really just plug people into the Telegram chats we have, the Facebook chat we have, all of these things that you keep hearing, like people are loving the support and the energy clearly. So it's really awesome to just be able to plug people in, no problem. So we spoke a little bit yesterday, and she just got back from a vacation. So I was explaining to her, this is the Perfect Peach Challenge. We're going to promote it. And we're super excited now because we've extended the enrollment period. So we have so much more time now to get even more people enrolled. So something I'm going to share with you that I shared with her yesterday. So for me personally, pretty much all of my brand new leads, brand new clients, brand new challengers all come from social media. And a lot of it stems from consistently sharing just kind of my life, day by day stuff, not all Herbalife, not all challenge. And so she's been doing a really great job at promoting challenges and sharing her results, 35 pounds lost. So I said to her yesterday, and she's extremely coachable and willing, and I said, Anna, you're doing so good at sharing on your social media. How do you feel about sharing, like sometimes you share your waffle pictures, sometimes you share your dog. How do you feel about sharing more stuff of what you love other than Herbalife? And she was like, well, I never really thought about that. And she's like, well, I don't know who would really watch my stuff. So I just kind of asked her, like, what do you love? What do you do on a daily basis? How do you feel about sharing that? And she was open to that. But what I would say that I started sharing more, especially on my Instagram story, probably about a year ago. And the reason for that, number one, it was very uncomfortable when I started sharing on my story. I was not comfortable talking to a camera. I was not comfortable in myself. So growing and sharing with people on social media also helped me to kind of grow into my own person. So I remember Jay saying it takes 6 months on social media for people to know, like, and trust you. It's going to take 6 months for people to start getting in your business because they know, like, and trust you. So in my head, I was like, 6 months. Well, I might as well start figuring it out now. So I just started sharing very slowly, little snippets of my dogs or little snippets of the Herbalife products I was using. And then consistently it gets easier and easier over time. And now I literally love to share. And the thing with social media that's awesome is, number one, it's free. Number two, it's always there. It's a platform that is always there. All we get to do is use it, is share what we love on it. So I would definitely say sharing. So sharing daily, day to day, and not just about Herbalife, about things you love, photos, videos, certain things you see that you like, certain quotes, certain things that speak to you, and certain things that you're passionate about. Because as we know, when someone is passionately sharing authentically about who they are, about things they really love, like when I talk about stuff I love, you can tell. But if I'm talking about something I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that, you can also tell. So sharing very authentically, if you're open to it, on your Instagram story, starting to do that. And it doesn't have to be like 40 things in one day. Slowly starting to incorporate and share more. Posting more on Instagram as well, Facebook. Really just sharing from the space you're at. And again, with authenticity, where you're at right now is perfect. Like we say it on the Next Steps calls all the time. If I would have shared a year ago and pretended like I was someone else, I don't think that the following or that the people I've been able to connect with, many of whom now are clients and amazing, amazing friends, they would not have connected with me if it wasn't for me sharing the way I did. Being from the space that I wasn't perfect right away. I was overweight when I started sharing. I did not know what I was doing in the gym. So I shared from that space of uncomfortability and like, yeah, sometimes it sucks, but I'm going to do it anyways. And I'm going to do it with these people in this Telegram chat I'm sharing with you, and sharing things with certain people too. So sharing from where you're at right now is perfect. And that way, as you're growing, people are going to notice. And that's when they're going to start commenting on your story saying, hey girl, love that mug. Hey girl, I've been watching your stuff. You're doing awesome, which is the perfect invitation for you as well to interact back, which is something else that is huge. So when people are commenting on my story, wow girl, love your mug, I take the initiative to really say something to them, or to look at their page, like a couple of their photos and say, wow girl, love what you're doing, keep inspiring. And it's little things like that, little comments like that, that I'll see those people starting to watch my story more. Or I'll see those people starting to
creeping in my inbox more and starting to comment more. And it creates that genuine relationship that has nothing to do with Herbalife. And these people learn to, like Jay told me a year ago, know, like, and trust you. So then the time comes, now they see you growing as a human, they see you getting sick results, they see you still loving the same things you loved before, but just speaking easier and just sharing easier, and they're watching your journey. So, time to do a challenge. I'm going to post about my challenge on my story because I post every day. So I'm not just sharing, this is my story, you should do Herbalife. I'm sharing it within what I do every single day. And that is how it happens. That is how people who I've already been saying little comments here and there, you're awesome, keep going, they're like, wow, I want to get in on this thing. And what's really, really cool is it's been, like I said, 2.5 years now. Just now, 2 years in, now are the people from my hometown, the people from my high school, the people who knew me before Herbalife, 2 years later, the most now than ever. Now people are saying and literally reaching out to me saying, okay, I want you to know I've been watching you. This is multiple messages I've got. I want you to know I've been watching you, and I was really skeptical about what you were doing. I was also very skeptical, so that would make sense. I was very skeptical about what you were doing, but I've been watching you. I see you still doing it, and I see you killing it. Tell me about this challenge. And so many of my clients have come, almost many of my clients have come from that. So just sharing more, opening yourself up, being willing to share. And also one last thing, just because it's important, sharing not to please anyone. When I say sharing authentically, sharing because you love it. We don't want to attach ourselves to the likes or the comments or the, oh my God, did I look good when I was sharing that kind of thing. When you're sharing from a space, again, of just loving what you're talking about, genuinely wanting to give to people and share that stuff with people, they're going to notice, they're going to resonate with you, and the people who are meant to connect to you, be your clients and be in your business will gravitate to you.
Amazing. I'm obsessed. Obsessed. So I have a quick question, Kyra, if you don't mind. So when you post on your story, and I know a lot of us have kind of seen the types of things that she posts and the engagement that you can tell that she has through her Instagram story. So what exactly do you do when someone, let's say, votes on your poll or messages you? Do you have like a flow or some sort of key way that you interact with them or get them offline to then get them enrolled into the challenge or as a new client or whatever the case may be?
Yes, absolutely. Really good question. So the polls also, if you're utilizing Instagram, are amazing. We literally make a poll that says yes or give me more info, and people click on it. Then it's so simple to share and to reach out to them and say, and we do have some texts like blurbs made up specifically for our Hustle and Heart Challenge that we have shared with other coaches that we're willing to share with whoever. So when it comes to the point where they click one or the other, I'm going back a couple hours later, and I normally screenshot it just in case you don't want to lose it, it disappears. And then a couple hours in, once I see I have 5 people that voted here and 5 that voted here, then I'm making a list. You can make it on paper. I normally make it on my computer, and I'm making a list. So I personally put the poll options, and I start listing their names. So then I go back and I take my little text blurb that I shared. That's normally something very simple, like, hey girl, I noticed that you said you were interested in, or hey girl, I noticed that you clicked on my poll that you were interested in more info about the Perfect Peach Challenge. Would love to give you more info. If you shoot me your number, I'd love to chat about your goals and talk even more, or something very simple. And then almost every time, very often, they respond. Or sometimes I'll say, hey girl, oops, accidentally clicked on your poll, which again is a perfect opportunity to create that relationship and say, oh my gosh, no problem, girl, I do it all the time. Hope you're having an amazing day. And what's crazy is months later when I see people pop up that are interested, and I'll look back and see that they were one of those people that I was very polite to. So never burning bridges, always being positive no matter what, whether they want to do the business or not, or do Herbalife or not. But yeah, so we do have texts created that we'd be more than happy to share. And it's very, very simple. It makes it very simple. There was one other thing I was going to say, but I forgot. But when they do comment as well, like I said in that initial blurb, I am saying, would love to shoot you more info. What's your number? And I'll shoot you a text. And normally they shoot me their number right then and there, and I'm instantly taking it from Instagram to text messages. And yes. I think you asked me another question within that, but I can't remember what it was.
I think you answered all of it for sure.
Cool.
Thank you so much.
Okay, awesome. So I'm super fired up about these shares. What we want to do now is open it up for specific question and answers. And it could be about something they shared. It could be about how do you respond to this. It could be about literally anything and everything involving challenges. And we're going to open it up for like Carly or myself or any of the panelists too, to go ahead and answer. So if you guys like heard something you're like, I want, or maybe it's like, I want those results. What do I start doing now? Or maybe it's, I don't know, whatever it is, if you guys have any questions and answers, this is your time to go ahead and ask them. You can just go ahead and come off mute and we'll just answer them that way.
Hi, this is Bernice. I'm doing my own challenge right now, and I don't really know much about your challenge. So could you guys kind of go over the details of what exactly it is? Like, what's the breakdown as far as like, you know, phases of workouts, what's included, how you guys promote it to, like, you know, get girls to want to join? Like, oh, it's like 2 phases of this many workouts focused on glutes. Like, what is this challenge?
So what we can do, Bernice, is actually send you all of the info, but I'll kind of just give like a structured outline of what it is, but I can go ahead and send you like all the logistics. Basically, our intention with the Hustle and Heart Challenge, for anyone who doesn't know, was to enroll a whole lot of people, but make it attractive and as cool as possible to the marketplace without them having to know everything that it is at first. So how we're promoting it is not only do you get the accountability and the support, and it's all focused on women's empowerment, but for everyone who finishes the challenge, they get to participate in a full-blown photo shoot. And how that's paid for, how that's happened, is every coach that's inviting people to the challenge contributes a certain amount of money per challenger they have enrolled in the challenge. So what we can do, Bernice, is send you over all of the information. So, but basically it's just making it as attractive as possible on social media, making it attractive as possible to promote it and to catch someone's eye and to say like, I want to be a part of that. So there's a lot of camaraderie around the women's empowerment, and we're all going to do this thing together. And it's really powerful too, because we have some dudes who are really promoting this thing and doing really well with it too. Basically just saying, I'm going to support you in getting started in this, and I'm still your coach, but you're going to have just the only female groups, and you're going to have the women coaching, and you're going to be in the chats in the Facebook group that is only women, as well as the photo shoot. So what we can do, and then we have a set products. We have the shakes, tea, and aloe is your baseline products. And then we plug everyone into our client chats where a lot of people kind of shared on this here too, but for me personally, and this is something I wanted to speak to, is the client chats, our Telegram chats, are literally doing the work for us. When we first started promoting this challenge, we were kind of like, okay, so it's 12 weeks. It's a 12-week challenge. How are we going to make sure that these challengers who are going to finish and participate in the photo shoot are going to be ordering the products all 12 weeks? And how you've done that, how you do that, is what I'm realizing is that you're consistently posting about new products and the products that you use in your client chats. And by just adding people to the chat, it literally edifies every single product that we suggest to them. So we don't necessarily even have to bring it up again or say it's time to reorder. These girls are in there saying like, oh my gosh, for this challenge, I need to get my Rebuild Beauty Booster and Cellulose. Like, I just got it ordered. I'm so excited. Like, it's literally taking care of it for itself. And then you can really spot, you know, the people who are going to be distributors within the chat also. So Bernice, I know that was kind of just like a ice cap of honestly everything, all that it is, but we can definitely send over to you, add you to the chat that we're all in, if you're not in it yet, and then where all of the challenge information is into. So if you guys aren't in the challenge, Hustle and Heart Challenge chat yet, the distributors chat, just go ahead and comment in the Fear Squad distributors chat, and then that way we can get you added in and you can get the lowdown on all things that challenge and see if that's something that you want to be a part of or take on within what you're doing. Cool, Carly just added you. Perfect. Cool. any other questions as far as challenges go? I'm just going to go ahead and speak on something because I have a new distributor that is just started promoting the challenge yesterday, and she was super, super fired up to get it to her story, and she got amazing responses on her polls. And she texted me today saying, I got so many people responding on my poll, but then when I was sending them the details, I didn't get much back. So what I would suggest all newer distributors or people who are running into this is allow yourself to be very open and vulnerable in the situation of maybe it's plugging your coach into the conversations with you or screenshotting them and sending them over, because for me, it was a huge learn as I went process. And that relationship, even though they're asking for information, still gets to be built in the in-between of sending them that information. So say like they say they want more info, we're sending them a text of, hey, so-and-so, I saw you comment on my poll or click on my poll that you wanted more info for this challenge. What I immediately do, and I know a lot of people on here, is get them off of Instagram, get their number, and send them the info to their personal phone number rather than Instagram direct message. It makes it more personal, and it's also asking for the number. So when you shoot them their number, it's like, hey, I'm so excited that you reached out and you connected with me on my poll. I'm super excited about filling you in on all of the details. I'm about to shoot over the information to you right now. Let me know when you're ready. And so I get a response for them saying, okay, I'm ready for the details. And then that's when I send the details. Because sometimes you're going to send them this huge paragraph of challenge details and they're in the middle of doing something, and then they just get distracted. They're not as excited and they're not focused on what you're sending them. So for me, what's really worked is just making sure that they're ready to get this paragraph of details. And you can even say it's a little bit lengthy, so I just want to make sure you're ready. Shoot me a text when you're ready for me to send that over. They say they're ready, send the details, and then once you've let it sit a little second and like let them have the details on their phone, like 5 minutes after, if they haven't responded, just shoot another text saying, hey, let me know if you have any questions. I know I just sent over a lot of information. I want to make sure you are as confident, as clear as possible in everything that I just sent over, so that way you can be set up powerfully to start this challenge if you choose to do so. So really just being the person and taking out a lot of the guesswork for a brand new person off of Instagram, not knowing what Herbalife is. Probably not, for me, this is how my mind works. They don't know what Herbalife is. They don't know who you are really besides just watching your stories. But if you're doing it powerfully like Kyra was talking about, it's only a good thing. They don't really know what hustle and heart is. They don't know what a challenge is. They don't really know what they're getting into. So for me, what I've learned is that if I can take as much guesswork out as possible and make them as powerful in the situation as I possibly can, that's when they're really open and ready to commit to joining a challenge with a bunch of people they don't know, with a coach they don't know, that they just met off Instagram, and they're willing to take that chance.
I'll kind of add to that a little bit too, going off of building that relationship with them before you're sending them this like massive informational text. I also, and I'm sure Caitlin does this too, I also really love to ask them what their goals are. That way, after you do send them the info and all that good stuff, you can kind of speak to the goals that they told you, and you can I love to kind of connect their goals with what the challenge offers. So that way they can kind of see it for themselves, that this is something that's really going to help them accomplish those goals kind of from the get-go. And then so I feel like it really makes them want to do it even more because they actually physically can see it for themselves happening. So just want to kind of add that little tidbit as well.
Also, another super, I want to say helpful, but I don't know if it's even helpful, thing that I have learned by taking on these challenges is, so when we're posting the flyer and stuff to our story, what I like to do is consistently be talking about the challenge in my post, but it's not so in your face, do this challenge, do this. So like, say if I'm in the gym and I just took a picture of like flexing my glutes or something, and we're promoting the Perfect Peach Challenge, I'm going to say, just killed, leg day in the gym, so excited because I'm taking on a brand new 15-day challenge with some of my best friends and anyone who's willing to do it with me. direct message me if you want more info. So it's a picture of me, and I'm talking about my day, but at the end of it, I'm kind of tying it into my next steps and what I'm going to be up to as far as the challenge goes. So it doesn't have to be what I've learned. So here's a flyer. Do you want to do this? Yes or no? It's just kind of like Kyra was saying coming from a place of sharing what you're up to, and just by your day-to-day basis. Like, for example, I posted a picture the other day of like, what am I up to? And it was enrolling people in the challenge, but it's literally me working at my desk and why I'm excited. It doesn't necessarily just have to be the flyer, or it could just be a picture of you drinking your shake. You're excited about getting new results in this new challenge that you just enrolled in. Is anyone willing to do it with you? So nonchalantly, almost casually posting on your Instagram about the challenge or about whatever it is you're up to, and then inviting people to do it with you, but it doesn't have to be so flyer, do this.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
What's up? So I don't have any specific question or anything, but since no one's asking questions, I just wanted to say a couple things. So my first thing is, if you guys like are using the challenges or plan on using the challenges, the best place to get the info of what you guys are needing is in the chat for that. So like the Hustle and Heart like challenge chat. So make sure you guys are like reviewing all the all the posts that are posted, all of the voice memos, the YouTube videos that are recorded, like instead of asking the question 5 times, because most of the time the questions you guys are asking is already posted in the chat. So make sure you guys are reviewing that like at the end of the night or something if you miss it. And then also, we're gonna be doing this call once a month, so I highly encourage you guys to like come to the call with different questions. Like if something comes up like while you guys are promoting it, like write it down or shoot it to the chat or whatever it is. Like we want to be able to like help each other grow each other's businesses on this call. And if like we're not asking questions or coming with content or what's working, what's not working, then we're not gonna be able to grow it like as a team here. So just utilizing that as well. And then for me, like just speaking from like a guy's standpoint, sorry, I'm at the gym and I didn't realize there's an hour time difference between Arkansas and like Eastern Standard Time. But coming from like a guy's standpoint, I promoted the Hustle and Heart Challenge, and I got, I want to say like 7 people frontline enrolled into it. So just being able to utilize that, and like I would never, like me personally, I would never put together a challenge like the Hustle and Heart Challenge. But what's so awesome is like by the help of all you guys, like I'm able to plug my people into it, and they're able to get coached or in an all women's empowerment group and like all that stuff. And all I have to do is just contribute for my clients. So I'm super grateful for that, and for everyone that's leading the charge with this challenge. So from that, I just have goals of like continuing to double it and triple it from there, and just taking as much advantage of it as possible. And then just like in regards to my team too, like if I wouldn't be putting on this challenge, like my team members wouldn't be able to utilize it as well. Like I know Dion had a few girls like frontline. He had a new distributor pop from it, who's now a new senior consultant. And then he also got like 3 of those girls enrolled in the Perfect Peach Challenge. So it just speaks to like, if you guys like promote the challenge and talk to your current people, like they're going to continue to join the challenges, and you're just going to continue to grow from there. Like, especially with the pilot program, the amount of new qualified producers and supervisors we could pop from this is going to be ridiculous. Adding it on top of like the stuff that we're doing with clubs and whatever else we're doing to grow our businesses. So it's really taking advantage of all of everything that's put together with the challenge and the PDFs and the workouts and all this stuff. Like, guys, realize, like, I know it's probably been said multiple times with our different calls, but like people pay hundreds of dollars to get these different PDFs that are put together, and they get it for free along with the products. Like, someone has to invest like say $200 in the products. Not only are they getting like 60 shakes, so 2 shakes per day, but they're getting our help as coaches, they're getting access to the chats, and they're getting workouts and a meal plan. So realize like the value that we're offering to these different clients, and from here on out, like sharing the photo shoots and the results from the challenges, all that stuff, like our numbers can just be crazy with everyone that's enrolled into it. So I would just encourage you guys, make sure you guys are paying attention to the different details posted in the chats and not asking the same questions over and over, because it gets really annoying. Like, I'm not even the one answering the questions, but I know it gets annoying to the girls that are like taking time out of their day, out of their businesses to make videos, to respond to questions and stuff, and then the same questions getting asked 5 times. So just pay attention to what is posted before you guys are asking us different questions and stuff. But thank you guys so much for the content from this call. I know it wasn't on a video, but I was taking notes and stuff and taking it in of how I'm going to be able to utilize this now since I'm being more engaged on my social media, and I'm excited to grow with you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Steven. Everything he said. You guys, so we're gonna open it up for 1 or 2 questions. If you have it, I know Natalia, go ahead and come off mute and ask your question. And then it is 9 o'clock, so we're just due to everyone's time. If there is none after that, we will wrap up.
I don't know, like, I don't have, like, a direct question, but one of my biggest obstacles with entering people in the Hustle and Heart Challenge, so far I only have 3 girls. I'm super, obviously, as one of the leaders in just me personally, like, I'm very, very passionate about the Hustle and Heart Challenge, but it's been very, very difficult for me to, 1, attract girls to my team, and then 2, like, entering them in the challenge. Like, I thought it was going to be a huge hit for me, especially because of my background, modeling, etc. But, like, I don't know, like, aside of posting more on my social media, I've had conversations with Kaylin a little bit about this, but, like, I wanted to share because I don't know, someone else in this call could be having the same problem. But, like, I've been attracting guys, and I haven't been really attracting girls or entering a lot of girls in the Hustle and Heart Challenge. Like, after I send a message, the details, after that, I don't really get a response. And then I try to, like, to follow up with them, like, maybe an hour later the next day, and, like, there's no, like, response after that. So, like, I get stuck there.
Good question. I'm going to share a little bit of what I shared with you just because I think other people might have the same situation or question, and elaborate a little more. And then Carly, whoever else wants to add, feel free to do so, obviously. Here's the thing. So when we're promoting the challenges, it kind of comes from a place of, like, what Kyra shared too. And I'm really glad that you asked this. So if you want certain people to join you in what you're doing, you get to let those certain people or the world know that that's what you want. So for when you're on your story and you're talking about the challenges, what are you intentionally saying and who are you intentionally speaking to? Because if you go through your story and you go and look and see who's watching it, I guarantee you there's a lot of girls watching it who are not yet involved in anything that you're doing. So if you can passionately share your whole life more on social media, but then also passionately share what the challenge is, and not only what it is and what they're going to get, but what it's done for you as a human being. People want to see results. People want to see real. So even if you need to share your results and then borrow other people who are utilizing the challenge and have a lot of people in it, borrow their clients' results, screenshot the results that I post of my client and post them on your story and say, look at these girls' results that are happening in the challenge. Or screenshot someone else's physical before and after and say, you don't even have to say like that it's your client. You don't have to say anything like that. Just share results of people and what's happening for them within the challenge or just within Herbalife in general, and share why you're so passionate about what you're doing, because this is what's happening for people, and you're looking for more people. You're looking for people in the world, women in the world who want to step into the greatest versions of themselves. You're looking for women in the world who are sick and tired of being sick and tired. You're looking for women in the world who need a group of other women who are deciding that they want to be better. But when you can specifically talk to those people, their ears are going to perk up and they're going to start listening. I'm not saying they're going to commit right away, but you're going to have their attention and knowing like, okay, this is actually something I do want or I do need for my life. I'm going to pay attention to what she's doing. They're going to start paying attention, and as you post more results, they're going to have more belief in what you're doing. So when they reach out, they already believe in what you're going to tell them. It's just a matter of them committing or not. So, and then at the same time, you can't take on people not committing or committing, because people quit just on everything just about every day. They don't believe that they can. So what are you speaking to on your story to allow people know they can do this and they will be successful, because you, Natalia, have their back amongst every other single person and every other single coach that's in this challenge. So for me, for you, and anyone else who has this question or is running into this, is be more intentional about what and who you're speaking to on your story or on your social media posts. Because those people are listening, they're watching you. I know you post a lot about women's empowerment and loving yourself and all this stuff on your page, so you have people's attention. You just need to let them know that that's who you want to work with, because the universe doesn't know if you don't tell the universe what you want. But as soon as you start declaring it and speaking it to it and saying how excited you are to work with so many women and enroll so many women in this thing because of what it's done for you and all of your closest friends and all of your closest friends' clients, here are some examples, then people are really going to start to buy into everything that you're up to more. But it's all going to come from you sharing authentically, like Kyra was saying, where you're at more, what's happening for others, and borrow other people's stories as you're doing that. And I think you'll start to see different results from that too. But you get to decide. You get to decide that, like, I'm going to just go balls to the wall with this thing and really just let people know this is who I am. This is what I'm up to. I'm looking for these people who want this. Let's work together and let's freaking kill this thing. But when you're definite, you're going to have definite people start to show up and commit. You just get to step into that and step into that power and find your voice into why you are really so passionate about this thing. And I know you, and I know you know why you're passionate about women supporting each other and having each other's back and getting through shit together. So speak from that place, and I promise you're going to start attracting people who need this too.
Thank you.
Natalia, how long have you been a distributor for?
Holy moly, I'm about to be 2 years now in April.
2 years. Little baby. I will kind of just add on to that, and Caitlin literally like just hit the nail on the head with it. For me, just speaking from experience, and I know this sounds a lot harder than it is just saying it, but in the past, I've had times where I've felt exactly the way that you feel right now. And it happens to all of us. It happens to the best of us. We're human. You know, I have girls in this challenge that I send them a text with the details and they don't respond. And, you know, like we all go through these things on the same level or even different levels. But I will say that the times where I've kind of felt discouraged or I've gotten results that I wasn't really expecting, like kind of like in like a negative way, but I expected more for myself, I guess you could say, is I literally just made the decision. Like, I know, like I said, that sounds a lot harder than it is, but I literally just made the decision that this is what I was going to do and this is what I wanted to do. And it's really funny when you like wholeheartedly, genuinely, and truly make that decision, the things that start to align for you. Like when I start to be a certain way or act a certain way, post a certain way, get new results, you know, all of these things, when I start to do those things and kind of get into a flow, and when you're in it, you can definitely feel it. And when you're out of it, you can definitely feel that too. So it's just funny how like when you're in that flow and you're doing it and like nothing else really matters and you're just being yourself and all this stuff. And I'm not saying that that's not what you're doing, but it's just funny that like old clients will reach out to you, or like you'll get random messages or random orders on your Go Herbalife. Like it's just crazy how things just start to align in that way. So I would say just really think about what you want to get out of this challenge, and it's definitely not too late, and just make that decision for yourself. And really, like what Caitlin was saying, like ask yourself what you want out of this and the girls that you want to help through this, and make that decision and then just take the action accordingly to do so. So I hope a little bit of what we shared definitely helps, and I'm just really excited to see you step into that. So thanks for sharing that too.
Awesome. So that is our time, you guys. We went a little bit over, but I think this was extremely powerful. Just to hit on what Steven shared really quick too. This is going to happen once a month. We have a whole month before we're together. So I encourage you to ask questions before the month. but please start jotting down things that have come up for you that you're unsure about, that maybe it's ideas, maybe it's something that you switched and it started to work really well with you. Like, we want these calls to be super interactive and people who are going to come to them powerfully and say, like, this is way I'm choosing to build my business, and I want to perfect it and make it as powerful and efficient as possible. So here are my questions. Here's what's working. And we definitely want to have other people, you know, have the opportunity to speak and share their results and share like how things are really going well for them and how they've grown their volume from this to this by next month. So also have that in mind too. But super powerful call tonight, guys. I just want to make a minor announcement, major, minor, whatever you want to make it. For those of you who are participating in the Hustle and Heart and are taking that on and inviting people to it, we did announce it in the chat, but I just want to announce it here while we have everyone here. The Perfect Peach Challenge, the date has been extended to be able to get people enrolled due to the immense amount of people wanting to get enrolled. So March 5th is the start date. March, is it 19th, Car? Is the end date. And we have all of February to promote it and use the Valentine's Day promotion. If we haven't yet, I haven't checked the chats yet because I've been in the club all day. We're going to send over the new text with the new dates and all of that, the new flyers, all of that already. I just saw Ashley put a thumbs up, so I'm assuming that was already posted. Perfect. But just want to say that. So, oh no, it hasn't been, so it will be if we can get on that. Awesome. Good to know. Thank you. So that's all going to be posted tonight right after this. And that's going to be an incredible challenge too. So it's glute focus, booty bands involved. There's going to be awesome results. There's awesome prizes. If you have questions, first go through the chat like Steven said, and then if it's not answered yet, go ahead and ask. But super fired up about that. Anyways, that is the call. So happy Valentine's Day, you guys. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being powerful. Let's blow these challenges up and kill end of month coming into February. All right. Peace out, guys.
Bye.